Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. Today is S for Stuffed Animal Day in our backwards alphabet. It's also May 15th and our 40th day and the end of our 8th week of distance learning. I hope you guys have all of your stuffed animals, and I just wanted to take a moment to mention my most favorite stuffed animals of all. Here is my oldest stuffed animal. His name is Elefante, and he is 47 years old. He's an amazing guy. And I have two more. I have Rabbi and Clyde. And both of them have been with me since I was a preschooler, just like you. Have fun with your stuffed animals. Maybe bring them all out for a giant picture. If you do that and you take a picture with your stuffed animals, send that picture to your teacher. It will make them so happy to see you with all of your stuffed animals. Now, let's get some learning done. Well, here I am with my biggest stuffed animal. This is my flamingo. I don't have a name for him yet. Maybe you guys can suggest a good flamingo name. But we're going to get started on our letter Z on our last day of letter Z, on our last day of doing letters every week. This is our last letter of the week. All right, so let's go down to our paper. I'm going to get my happy face in here. And I didn't feel like using my whiteboard today. I'm just going to use a piece of paper just for something different. So I'm going to do my straight out, diagonal, straight out. Ooh, that's a pretty thick one. Straight out, diagonal, straight out. Doing pretty good here. I've got 3 of them. Maybe you guys can count. What number is that? 4. What number is that? 5. Oh, no, Miss Mary knows she can't fit it in here. I'm going to go down to a new line. What number is this? 6. 7. Say it with me. 8. 9. Now I did my Z's on the side of my marker so they'd be really big for you to see. I'm going to do it with the top of my marker for the little Z's. Let's see if you notice a difference. Oh yeah, definitely a difference. Now I can't fit a third one in there, so I'm going to go down here. Remember what I said, as you get better, it's okay to go a little faster, but always try to do your best work and don't race through it. Oh, I finished this line and I'm betting I did way more than 9. Let's check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I only did 10. I only did 1 extra today. Wow. Now, because today is Friday, we are also going to do our index card. And remember, parents, you can be writing down things that happen during the week so you can remember that week. Like I celebrated 2 friends' birthdays. Last night my dog was sprayed by a skunk. We had Mother's Day this week. I got diagnosed with plantar fasciitis in both feet, which means walking has been a chore. But write down things that have happened in your world on one side, parents, so you can remember what they were doing. And then Super Preppies, I want you to write your very best Z's. A capital Z, which you're going to make big because that's capital, and a lowercase z, which is the same letter, only smaller. So do your very best Z. We have several weeks of our letters. There's Y, there's X, there's W, and I've been writing little notes on the back of all of these. I think I went all the way back to V. I didn't do any for our first 3 weeks, and they were so long ago, I truly can't remember what major events happened then. So I didn't have any notes on those, darn. Next week, maybe we can turn this into a book with a cover and a back cover, and maybe we can write, moms, dads, we can write a little note about why we have this book. So definitely a cute little Preppy K keepsake. And we'll still keep working with letters, even though we won't be working on a letter of the week. All right, so now it is time for calendar. So here we are with our calendar, and I brought another stuffed animal. I figured my little Clifford, the big red dog, who's really not that big, Clifford, the little big red dog, could help me with the calendar today. So we have the month of May. You guys know that. The M-A-Y, May. All right. And we have our days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Good job, Clifford. All right, Clifford, I'm going to put you down because, Clifford, we have to work on our pattern. And now it's really exciting because we know our pattern for sure. What do you think is coming up next? Well, let's go to daisy, tulip, tulip, bluebell. Daisy, tulip. I think you guys know. I'm going to reach over here and grab it. Make your guess. If you think you know what it's going to be, and you thought it was the tulip, you are correct. Good job, Super Preppies, guessing our pattern. Now, are you ready to do some counting? We're getting into some higher numbers, so this takes a little effort. Let's see if you guys can do this with me, all right? You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We made it. Good job. So now that we know that today is the 15th, I'm going to put my little today cap on it, and we are going to find out what day of the week it is. I'm going to go up, and I see that Friday, the only letter of our week with the F sound, Friday is today. So if I had to look at yesterday, which we know is the one that comes, that we already had, it comes before, yesterday, and I follow it back up, I see that yesterday has the TH together. Yesterday was Thursday. And now we need to figure out what tomorrow is. I bet you already know what it is before I even put this up. Remember, tomorrow hasn't happened yet, so we go to the one that is empty. Tomorrow will be, we have 2 days of the week that begins with S. We have S over here and S over here. You have to look really carefully. This is S-A-T. S-A-T. Ooh, sat. Saturday. Tomorrow will be Saturday. All right, so let's look at this one more time. Today is Friday. Yesterday was Thursday. And tomorrow will be Saturday. Which means it's time for us to check our weather. Let's come out here and take a look at this wonderful day. I think we already know what it's going to be today, so let's come inside and we'll put Clifford down, and Clifford can stare at our choices. Clifford, we have sunny, partly cloudy, snowy, rainy, windy, and cloudy. What do you think it is, Clifford? Oh, Clifford stopped at snowy. Clifford, it's not snowing outside. All right, Clifford says it's sunny. I couldn't agree with him more. Let's put sunny in, excuse me, where it belongs. And we have our calendar. I guess that means it's time for a story. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is story time, and I brought Black Bear over here to listen to the story called 7 Blind Mice by Ed Young. Oh, this is an interesting page. Do you see that? What do you think that is? Oh, well, I think I know what it is now, because now that I look at it, I see a whole bunch of these things, and they're different colors. What do you think they are? I think they're mice tails. And since our story is called 7 Blind Mice, let's see if there's 7 tails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 different mice, and there's 7 different colors. Green, yellow, purple, orange, white, red, and blue. Let's see what the mice do. One day, 7 blind mice were surprised to find a strange something by their pond. "What is it?" they cried, and they all ran home. Now remember, they're blind, they can't see, so something new must have surprised them, maybe even made them scared. On Monday, Red Mouse went first to find out. Oh, look at all the mice just standing on top of each other. Here's Red Mouse. Red Mouse is trying to check out what it is. He can't see. "It's a pillar," he said, but no one believed him. A pillar is a strong, round part of a building that helps to hold things up. Maybe. On Tuesday, Green Mouse set out. He was the second to go. Oh, Green Mouse is... that doesn't look like what Red Mouse was touching. It looks a little different. Let's see what Green Mouse says. "It's a snake," he said. Oh my. Let's see. "No," said Yellow Mouse on Wednesday. Oh, Yellow Mouse is now looking, but this isn't the same thing that Red Mouse was looking at, or Green Mouse. "It's a spear." He was the third in turn. A spear is like a really long knife that is used when you go hunting. The fourth was Purple Mouse. He went on Thursday. Ooh, I see something here. Purple Mouse is sitting on top of something, and I think I know what it is. Let's see what Purple Mouse calls it. "It's a great cliff," he said. Wow, that's totally different than everybody else. Orange Mouse went on Friday, the 5th, to go look. Ooh. "It's a fan," he cried. "I felt it move." Ooh, well, that's different than everybody else too. The 6th to go was Blue Mouse. Oh my, Blue Mouse is hanging on way back on this thing. I wonder what this thing is. He went on Saturday and said, "It's nothing but a rope." Okay. But the others didn't agree. They began to argue. "It's a snake, a rope, a fan, a cliff." Until on Sunday, White Mouse, the 7th mouse, went to the pond. Oh, he's going to find out. Or she. When she came upon the something, she ran up one side and she ran down the other. She ran across the top and from one end to the other. "Ah," said White Mouse, "now I see. This something is as sturdy as a pillar, as supple as a snake, as wide as a cliff, as sharp as a spear, as breezy as a fan, as stringy as a rope. But altogether, the something is..." Do you know what it is? It's an elephant! And when the other mice ran up one side and down the other across the something from end to end, they agreed. Now they saw too. So you could see each mouse in a different part of the elephant. So they were only describing the one little part they saw. But White Mouse realized you had to go everywhere to see what it was for real. The mouse moral. Knowing in part may make a fine tale, but wisdom comes from seeing the whole. And that just means that you have to look around and be very careful when you make observations to know everything and not just the part that's closest to you. Bear, did you like the story? Well, it's time for some math. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to do our number of the month, which we know is the number 9. So we're going to make the letter C, the big curve, up and then down. I wrote really big spaces here. So I'm going to have very tall number 9s. Wow. But that's okay. I like practicing. If you practice really big, then when you have to write small, it's easier. But one thing I'm noticing is I'm starting to put little loops in my 9. I better slow down and be more careful and go down straight and not make a loop. Let's see if I can do that again. Yeah, if I take my time and I don't go fast, then I can make 9s without loops. I'm not real happy with the ones with loops in them. I'm going to get rid of those and not count them as my 9s. Now let's see how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have enough, so I'm going to write a few more. Around, up and down, around, up and down, around, up and down. Wow, that is a very big 9. But there's my numbers, 7, 8, and 9. So I have all my numbers in there. Now, Miss Doe said that she wanted us to write our name in the Daily Happenings and then count how many letters we have in our name. So I'm going to write Miss Mary in my very best writing. And then I'm going to count how many letters I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Miss Mary has 8 letters in her name. Maybe you can practice writing some names of some other people in your family. Like I have my son, and his name is Adam. So I'm going to put Adam's name here, and his name is going to be easier to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. He has only 4 letters in his name. Now, she also asked us, and oh my goodness, I ran out of lines, so I'm going to add another one really quickly. She asked us to write the numbers 1 through 9 and then circle the one with a clue. So first let me write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then she told us, here's the clue. She wants you to circle the one that is made with a curve and a straight line. Well, there's no curve here. There's a curve here, but I don't think that's what she meant. There's 2 curves here. There's no curve here. There's a curve here, but there's too many straight lines. There's a curve here, but no straight lines. Straight lines, but no curves. Lots of curves, but no straight lines. A curve and a straight line. Oh, I think I found it. So I'm going to circle the number that is made with a curve and a straight line. That's it for math. Well, way back to our calendar today, I said today was definitely a sunny day. I think we can almost add windy to it as well because my hair's flying. We're outside at least once a week. I try to do some kind of relay race or outdoor activity that gets you in the sun. And today is a stuffed animal relay race. Now I've only set it up for one person this time just because I didn't want to bring all the stuffed animals outside. But let's take a look at the course. You're going to start on a line. You can do this on a driveway, in the street if you don't have a lot of cross traffic, wherever you can spread things out. We're going to start here, and you can see that we're going to be going around the stuffed animals. We're going to follow the arrows. And then when we get to this next line, there are several sets of circles. We're going to hop from circle to circle to circle to circle to circle until we get to the end, and at the end it has this big old arrow that tells you to go back home. Now when you go back home, you're going to take one of the stuffed animals with you, the very last stuffed animal. And when you take it, you're going to bring it back to the basket and put it in the basket at the beginning of the race. Now, if you have 2 people playing this, then both those people will have their own baskets. So I'm going to show you. I mentioned earlier that I was diagnosed with plantar fasciitis in both my feet, so running is really not an option right now. So I'm going to walk the course. I usually have fun with these relay races, but I just can't run. So on your mark, get set, go. Around my animals, hop, 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 hop. Take an animal back with me and put it in the basket. So fast as I can, and then I keep going until all of the animals are in the basket. First person to get all their animals back in, hop, 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 wins the race. So here I go. Right now I'm only competing against myself. Put my animal in, and away I go again. Hop, 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 hop. Grab Clifford and run back. I'm almost done. Around the animals. Now if you're playing with someone else, it's really going to be a lot of fun. Doesn't take that long to set up some sidewalk chalk. And around the animals, here I go. Hop, hop, hop. And run back. You can see how you really be getting a lot of energy out. Around, around, hop, hop. Here comes Elmo. Elmo runs this game. Put that in, around, around, hop. Grab Peppermint. Peppermint's been in a couple of our videos. Around, around. Huh, I don't even have to hop anymore. Okay, around, around. Run back, I'm almost done, guys. Around. Ooh. And I am done. Not only did I race, I had fun, and I cleaned up my stuffed animals as well. You could do this race many different ways. You can make it as long or as short as your kids like. Have some fun with it. It's a great outdoor activity, and today's a wonderful day to do a race. All right, it's our last section of the day, which is our website. And today I found a truly unique website I think you guys will enjoy. It is called stuffedanimalgames.com. And literally, it's just a very small website with several games you can play with your stuffed animals. I heavily encourage you to check this one out. If you don't do the relay race, or if you enjoyed the relay race and want more, go to stuffedanimalgames.com. Now I'm ending it out here by the garden because I just wanted you to see our beautiful garden and see how it's doing. And I hope you guys are doing something similar. The last thing I wanted to mention was on Monday, in our backwards alphabet, it's R for Recipe Day. So make sure this weekend you are looking at some really cool recipes. Moms, dads, big brothers, big sisters, really encourage the kids to help you out. I know at this age, it's probably more work than it is help, but if you get the kids going on helping you now, you won't regret it. They'll actually want to help you in the kitchen. Something I probably should have done about 10 years ago with my son. Anyway, have a good weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.